Hello everyone, and welcome to our weekly live show, Dancing with M and O, Mikhail and
Alicia.
We're very excited to be here. This is a show about progress, about frameworks, about guidelines, and everything you want to achieve in a dancing, whether you're enjoying or whether you really love dancing or whether you're competing. So, and today's very important topic we have, it's homestay and integration and world-class strategies. I'm very excited for you to be here. My name, one more time, is Mikhail and
Alicia.
yeah.
And
So
guys, you can pop up your comments or your questions or just say hello to us, so we'll see you. So now we see hello from Jay, we can see hi from Jackie.
yes. So now it's just a little bit about us. If you don't know us, we're world top 7 professional show dancers, and we are national representative of Singapore. And we are connecting people to the passion through the vibrant and healthy life experiences. And I really love to be here. And I know it's such a difficult time for us, and we need to stay connecting together. We need to be together because togetherness is a thing which will help us to achieve anything we want. We've been dancing for the past 20 years, and we was doing competitively, we was doing Latin, Ballroom, was doing social dancing, hip hop, and salsa, belly choreography. I think I think we try all of them except kizomba, I guess. Yeah. Yeah.
No, kizomba.
So we believe that the quality of life is equal quality to relationship, and our dream is to build in Singapore. This is the reason why we're representing Singapore. We love to be connecting and bring Singapore on such a high level. And our dream is connect the passionate people, no matter what, whether you're dancing social dancing or whether you're dancing professional, salsa, bachata, merengue. Our dream is to create that culture where people respect, grow together, enjoying, not just fighting along each other. They're enjoying and they're trying to be sharing the thoughts. They enjoying to be around each other and supporting dancing.
Yes, I agree. So it's not only about to achieving the results and go and fight, but let's just enjoy and be together so we can create a great team, a great relationship together. So it's not just achieving something. So dancing is not only about this.
And I do believe if we all be together as a studio owners, as just dancers or the competitors or the champion team, I think we can raise Singapore even higher on a very high level. It's such an important for us to I don't know why, it's like a dream for us to, I do believe that it's possible, and just through a relationship, not just we dance and then we say bye-bye, we connect with each other. We even more trying to be as a friends. Yes?
Yes, for example, now we can see the people coming and watching us from, not only from Singapore, we have people from Malaysia, from Indonesia, so different part of the world.
Japan.
Yes.
Japan,
so we can still connected, and now the technology on a high level, so we can keep connecting together and support each other.
Yes, and we can stay active. Even now, we like sitting at home. We made this show special for you because we want you to connect, and it's completely free of charge. And we're very passionate to share our like insights from past. I think we danced 28, and you I think tomorrow 28 if I'm not wrong. Yes.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Long time.
Competitive. We can share with you something which we done, which we shouldn't be doing, and we can stay together, physically active, and we can learn something. We can dance because today we decided to do it together. We're gonna do it the hairstyle. We're gonna do the strategies, and today is such an important topic. We will show you today 7 steps method of how to achieve any results. Whether you want to enjoy dancing or whether you want to become like to show, to inspire other people with your dancing, or you want to achieve physical goals, or you want to achieve the competitive goals. If I do that earlier in my career, I think maybe 10 years ago, I will achieve very high results.
Agree.
Could you just say maybe from the ladies, why I ask you? Because ladies, you're you have a different world.
If I will start to talk about the little things, you will be quiet till the end.
No, come on. I would like to do it. I would love, because look, every one of us have a different world, very, very different world, and we need to respect each other's world. And if we understand, if I understand her, what she like to achieve in the dancing, our goal could be different. And maybe she can understand like what I want.
There are so many times when we're dancing together and we're just thinking about ourselves and we're not thinking about our partner. And that moment maybe I want from him one thing, but he doesn't know about it. So and then it's become this miscommunication, which is also affect your relationship with a couple.
Yes. It's actually affected a lot because we pass through this stage and we don't actually quarrel so much. On the early stage of our career, we quarrel so much because we don't understand what we want. And look, I just want to start to speak. I think, do you want to jump right to you?
Yes, let's do it. So maybe after that we'll have more questions to answer.
Yes. So basically, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go through the 7-step method. I really wanted you to pick up one of your questions like in your mind, and if you can take paper and a pen, or if you're typing, please do use it. And really ask yourself a question: what you want to, for example, I want to become world champion, or I want to win, let's say, Singapore championship, or I want to win Asian champ, or I want to enjoy dance even more, or
I just want to look even more beautiful on the dance floor.
Yes, or like how I can lead more. Or
I can follow and still stay beautiful.
I love that. I love that. Can you imagine how I would really love to do it? So please prepare the pen and paper, or if you're typing, maybe the computer is going to be very, very interesting. And this system, what we're going to explain to you, because if I use it earlier, I will repeat. I know I will repeat one more time. It's tremendously will change the course of my career. Imagine, for example, we have a line. Yes. For example, I'm starting here and I want to go here. You see, like if you will be logical, actually very easy to go from here to here. Yes. But what we usually do, I mean, in my career, I go whoa, zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. And then I still not reach, because my dream was to become world champion. But at this moment, because I go zigzag, I go this way, I try this, I try this, I try that, and at the end we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and we arrive and we didn't achieve anything. So, and I also I'm one of the fans. I like Michael Jordan, Michael Phelps, and the way they build their career, like a Kobe Bryant, the basketball player, or Ronaldo, they use the same way of the strategy, which we're gonna go and like read through. And then I have a great books. Yes, I have a great books over there. It's all confirming this is a strategy like Dance to Maximum. Then we have a fantastic from American Essential Training Conditioning. Whew, I'm just excited to be with all of you guys here. And please, we're here for you to add value. I can't imagine like how much, if I can add a little bit today, if I can give you some idea which can help you to achieve maybe much faster than me, just a little bit, or maybe one idea, if it's working, guys, use it. If it's not working, you just listen and maybe you don't come back. But look, we're here for you. We're prepared. We would love to see you, and we want you to just listen to it, because it makes sense. It's 28 of competitive career. We go through the pain. We'll go through the mistake. Do you know how many things I should have been doing in my career? If I didn't do it, it's gonna be great.
Yeah. But we can't return time back, so we only can give our advice now to you, so you can achieve your goal faster in your life.
And I repeat, it's not about just competitive career. It's about any kind of dancing, so you can just replicate it. Yeah.
But actually, not about the dancing. I think you can use it for different areas in your life.
Oh yes, you can try. You can try. I think it's going to be very, very interesting. Okay. So.
Yes.
Let's start.
Let's go.
Okay, so basically what we're gonna do, I'm gonna talk from my side, yes, and then she's gonna talk from her side as a lady's point of view, because we're gonna learn and understand guys and understand the ladies. So from a man, you can see masculine perspective and a feminine, and from her, guys, you can also understand as a lady and of course a man. And then we will have maybe 15 or 20 minutes Q&A question. I mean, you can ask any questions, but it's very important. What we're going to talk about is really world-class system which you can apply everywhere. Okay, so let's go. Just please grab a pen and paper. I'm going to open for you something, and I want to please write down. Just a second. Let me just.
Or maybe you can take a photo.
No, I think, okay, so please.
It's better if you write down, because after that you can straight away answer the questions and put some notes for yourself.
Yes, I want to, can you just have a look please, and then we're gonna go, let me just pull it down here. So what we have here, it's integration of the world-class strategies in dancing, 7-step method. Number one, what we have to do it, yes? We just go very, very quick. First ourselves, ask a question. Example, ask the question what you want to achieve. For example, I mean, how I can become a world champion.
Or how I can be fitter, stronger, how I can look better, how I can look elegant. So it can be any questions for you.
Yes, or for example, for me, it could be how I can lead even better, or how I can achieve, let's say, amateur level, or how I can inspire even more people.
Mm-hmm. Or, for example, what kind of dress suits myself? So it's also the question, and it's also important for your dance career.
Yes, and I think we can go like through. And then the second thing, it's research that question. I know that everyone goes to the coach and say, "Coach, help me before research." Look, if I knew that, if I go to and research that question myself, and then once you researching, you understand a lot of things. You take in a thing which is applicable for you, and then after this, oh yes, it makes sense. And then number three, from that research which you have done. By the way, research you can do it for 1 hour, you can do it for 3 days, and then from that research, you make a sample answer. And once you do the sample answer, for example, after if you want to become fitter, you want to do, let's say, lose weight. So I'm eating too much, and then I research that I can't eat too much. So you make a sample. Let's say for 1 month, I'm not going to eat like McDonald's, let's say, or like the fast food. Yeah. Then number four, you test it for a while. If you testing, look, it's all about experiments. Many people trying to try, or it's not going to work, or the try is not going to work. And once it's not going to work, and they just give up.
But it will not work for 1 day, so you need to test it for some times, and you need to really stick to this idea what you want to try. So it will not work like this. So you need to really use it, and you need to try it before you understand whether it's working or not.
Yes, and this is such important. Test it is like experiment. I'm trying from this side. It's so many ways to achieve results. So many ways. You can go from this side, you can knock from this side, you can knock from here, you can knock from here, you can knock from here, you can become inspired. So it's so many different. If you're not testing yourself, it means we can't go. It means we will not try to understand what is really works for us. And then number five, observe while you're testing, observe this. And number six, step back to the period where you observe, step back and analyze and see whether it's working or whether it's not working. And then number seven, you only go to your coach who already been there on number 7. If you do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and when you come to the coach, you will have understanding, okay, now I did this, and if and now once the coach starts to talk with you, you start to merge your way of doing things and with the coach, and then you become a much stronger dancer, and you can do it and like in dancing or like enjoyment or any other kind of thing.
But yeah, guys, you need to first of all know yourself. You search something, you observe, you test, then you know, okay, I personally like this. So, and then you go to your coach and ask, I really like this. Can you say, is it used to me or not? So, but you need to first of all feel it, whether you like it or not. Maybe if you don't like it, then you find a new thing, then you test again, you practice or observe. It can be different. It can be dance routine, can be your exercise, can be your diet, can be your dress, hairstyle. There's so many things which you can try before you ask your coach.
And you know, the thing is, look, by our experience, I'm teaching Singapore since 2006. I do believe that every one of you have a gift, yes? And it's very easy to open through expression, especially dancing. When you're expressing yourself and you like the certain style, you like the certain look. For example, ladies, you're very creative with the colors. And if usually things which you like is actually telling you something, and if you like this thing, you better to do, I mean, you can do this thing and you already will be much faster to learn these things because you like it. It's subconsciously. Let's say I have a great student, maybe she's watching, she started to dance ballroom, and she really asked me, Mikhail, I want to do dancing, I want to do quick step, and I say, no, quick step, and jump right away, and jump, and then afterwards, no, I say, and she keep asking, and once she started to do it, I was amazed. We already danced, and a quick step become one of the best dance, just, I think, in a few months' time. And it's such an amazing look. Guys, maybe I'm so much inspired when people doing well. When you're doing well, or like the students doing well, I have amazing inspiration for myself. It's kicking me forward. It's make me even more inspired. Alice, maybe can you give one?
Definitely, yeah. You can feel it how he's starting. Because when he start to do some like teaching, and he really feel this motivation, inspiration, you better just listen. So I just listen.
Come on, no, it's not necessary. So, and it's such an important to, because when you like something, it's something special for you there.
It give you additional drive. For example, if you're talking about, like now, as example, dancing, you like the dancing, yes. But inside of the dancing, you have so many small details which you can like even more and which will drive you even more to achieving your goals. So it's not just to dance. So we can find this small thing which you have additional drive for yourself, additional motivation.
Yes, and I also, maybe you can tell, do you remember about your like expression?
Expression,
yes.
Which one?
Maybe expression, yeah, like in the show. Yeah, for example, when I dance on a competition, it's such an important for me not to compete. I just express myself. I like to inspire people, let's say, and if I play around this, I mean, my dancing will be good. Let's say we have like someone who really want to challenge the body, or who want to show off on the floor, or like who want to make a studio the best studio in Asia, or like somebody like in the country, or you want to become like the top one in I don't know, like maybe in Europe. And there is a different way, but we need to know what exactly working for you. But there's only one way to know, to listen to yourself. What you're gonna like it. If you're gonna like it, what are you doing? You will do it without resistance. It's like full motivation to you.
Yes, and now especially you have more time at home. Yes, you're working from home, but anyway, you have additional time where you can really sit down and think about it. You can write down your notes. You can watch your video. So you can analyze and you can find yourself which is driving you, which one you want to improve. Thank you so much, Julie, for liking my hairstyle.
Yeah.
So I want to, from my lady's side, for example, if I give an example of this, like 7 steps.
Let's just repeat one more time. So it's basically number one is ask yourself a question. Yes. Number two, do research on that question. Look, if we have a phone, I mean, it's just like simple one. Look at this. Look, is this a small box? You can research in 5 to 10 minutes. Research how I can become fitter, or how I can dance waltz, or like how I can learn. I mean, look, you can test it after a while. Just to type it in a phone is very easy. And then after when you research, even the 5 minutes, you will roughly come up with one question. Write it down. Once you write it down, this is question, and then you just test it for a while. Let's say it maybe 2 weeks, or maybe I suggest to test it for 1 month. Yeah, you test it for 1 month and observe.
We can talk about different things. So maybe something you can test right now, but for something you really need to have some time and see how it works. So it depends on what you want. What is your question?
Yes. So the question. So you ask yourself the question, search it, then afterwards, from that research, make a sample answer, then test it for a while. It's like experiment. Test it for a while. Then after this, observe while you're testing, and then step back, analyze, and then after this, only you go to the coach or the teacher or like someone who you know in the profession who already been there, and then he can share his experience instead of follow. If you follow, for example, I have a different values, Alessia have a different values. Yeah, and let's say we have a students who have it, everyone is different, everyone have a gift. And if I say, okay, you do this, you must do exercise, 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 and a student doesn't understand why she needs to do exercise, but maybe she wants to do exercise in order to be even more energetic. Do you understand what I mean? Does it make sense? So it's very, very important to, once you go through this by yourself, you will understand, aha, wow, I never pay attention to this, because we're trying for the quick answer. But the quick answer I can give you, if you can ask me, I can give you, okay, number one, let's say, Mr. John, yeah? You need to do, your question is how to become good, yes? And then you go, I made research for you, you have to do this. You will tell me, Mikhail, no, I want what I want, right? And then you will start to come up with your ideas. No, Mikhail cannot, I mean, how he will know me, or I don't know, something different. Yeah?
Yes.
So, I think we go like through of us. I will choose a question, for example, let's say, I mean, how to become a world champion. Yes? I want to become a world champion, and then I ask how to become a world champion, Mikhail. Then I go to research, okay, what world champions do, how do they do it, and then I research, and then I type, let's say, in order to be a world champion, you need to be physically strong, then you need to understand what they're doing, then you need to understand, actually while we're doing that, please ask your question and go step by step, yes? And then once I ask this question, how to become a world champion, and then I go, okay, I need to do the physical exercise. What kind of physical exercise? Okay, maybe cardio, maybe I need a strong body. Then I need to have a very good the technique level. What do I need to do? I need to go, okay, I need to have a lesson with maybe a world champion. So maybe because a world champion, or maybe I need to train myself or the practice. Or I need to talk about with my partner. Then afterwards, I done research, and then I make a sample answer. Okay, in order to be a world champion, I need to train every day, physically, in order to get energy, strong muscle. Then I need to eat right. I need to, let's say, I don't know, I need to train. I will assign maybe 2 to 4 hours every day training, except maybe, okay, maybe every day, or maybe I will take 1 day off, or maybe 2 days off. So I will assign. I come up with this simple answer, so I need to do exercise, practice, and let's say, what else? And lessons, example, yes? I need a lesson. Yeah. Then I go, from that research, I already made answer. Exercise, lessons, and regular schedule. Yes, this is 3 things I think I should do, yes, from research. And then I come up, okay, I need to do exercise, I will schedule maybe 1 hour exercise every day, then 2 to 4 hours maybe practice every day, or maybe if I have more time, I will do it more. And then I'm gonna do my technique. For example, I'm gonna learn, okay, waltz technique. Today I do waltz, tomorrow I do tango, and then one. And then I will set a time 1 to 3 months, and then watch. Okay, now, and I will take a video. Or is it work or exercise? Am I become stronger, fitter? And then, okay. Now, I test it for a while, and then I go back, okay. And step number 5, observe while you're doing. I already observe. And step number 6, I'm stepping back. Let me just open for you so you can see it. Yeah? Just a second. Let me open. Okay. All right. So you can see it, all of you. So now, observe number 5. I'm observing 1 to 3 months, and I'm really looking. Okay, this exercise is very tough. I can't wake up in the morning. It's too hard for me. Or I have a knee pain, or I have, let's say, back pain, or I pull my back. So I will take. Then step 6, analyze. I will take out those exercises which is hurting me, because if it's hurting, it's no good. Yes, it's better to do structure or like stamina, which is not hurting but make you strong. Yes, and then I look. For example, this is line. For example, I'm expressing, I'm dancing, I'm enjoying. Is it looks good on me? Or maybe of our couple, because we're the same height, maybe something is not going to work for us. Let's say we can't dance flat, we need a more like 3-dimensional. I look, look at the video, Alisa, it looks like soldiers walking. And then I analyze and from steps number 6, and I take out which is not working. And then I have some ideas with me. Okay, now if it's not working, let me go and ask the coach. I go to the coach. I mean, I'm sure you will have a leading coach. You have, we call, like sometimes we have the coaches who are leading us and the coaches who are recommendational, who we go for the lesson with, yeah? So I suggest you go to the coach which is leading you, and you say, okay, so I tested, I don't like this exercise hurts, but look, I really like to be expressive. I like more like 3-dimensional movement and to create a bigger shape. It means, what do you think? It means how I can achieve it. And then the coach will be very happy. Wow, it's such an amazing, like, you're really prepared. But look, once the coach will start to teach you, you already will understand a lot of things from here. And then you can start or you can do the parallel with the coach. You can actually say, all right, my goal is to test this exercise. And you go with the coach, and you still testing yourself without asking, coach, what should I do? Because you will start to develop a different kind of thinking. Like, wow, it's like, whoo, I never thought it. Look, once you do for 1 month, I tell you, you will have a breakthrough yourself. And I tell you, you will say, oh, I mean, usually Singaporeans say alamak. And, sorry. And then once you start to like, whoa, oh my God, now this exercise is super good. I will put this into my pocket and it will be better, better, and better. And then together with the coach, we'll create even better strategy. But even if you don't have a coach, you can go along. See the video, see the top couple, see the video, and it's going to work. And the same thing, this is one question. But maybe your question could be how to become the best studio or how to build the champion team. Let's say in any country. Will be different, so you go step by step. Yes? And this is it. Alisa, any your example, maybe you can...
Yes, of course, from my ladies' point. Your question could be, how I can look more elegant on a dance floor, how I can be, how I can improve my shape line. For example, many girls thinking about, okay, shape. I want a big shape. For example, this is the question. I want a big shape. How I can do a big shape? But
I would love to have a big shape.
Of course. But sometimes it's very simple. Maybe it's not about your neckline. It's not about your back. It also could be about your hairstyle. So, for example, you have a video from your competition. Just watch. And look at your shape and look at your hairstyle, because the hairstyle makes a lot of difference for your shape. If Mikhail could be my model,
Closer. I would love to.
if you just turn sideways, if you just turn sideways, so you can see this is the line.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
For example, this is the line. This is the line. Yep. And if suddenly on this line you have the bun on the middle, which is creating this the heaviness in your line, so it means this hairstyle is not matching you. Maybe if you put the bun here, the line will be nice and smooth, or maybe you put the bun here and then your neck will be longer. So you can watch your video and you can observe how you look on the dance floor. And also you need to feel and understand your own body. Everybody is different. For example, I have a long neck, and if I put my bun here, I probably will look a little bit like a giraffe. Actually, I didn't do this kind of bun, so I usually put lower.
For example, we're the same height on the competition.
Yes,
right?
it's also.
I mean, if we're dancing together, if we're dancing Latin, Latin is exactly the same thing. If a lady looks bigger, guys, we're like in trouble. But if the lady looks more grounded and with a lower hairstyle, it will be different. It will be it's just a visual effect.
So come back to our steps.
Yes.
So you watch your video, you observe. Okay, no, this hairstyle it doesn't suit me. You do research. Which hairstyle do you like? Then now, for example, you at home, you can just try it yourself. You can make this bun on top. Ask someone from your family, take a video. You just dance, you take a proper hold, then you test it. You watch the video. Oh yes, I really like it. It looks my line, my necks look longer. Very good. Then you show this video to your coach and ask whether your coach agrees or maybe not. But you need to try it first. Or maybe you usually put it up, but suddenly you decided to put it down. You just try it at home. You can test it and you can observe yourself and by simple photo or video. Another example could be about the dress. So I told you if I start.
I love that. I love that. You know,
about the dress.
It's very important here just to know it's like such an incredible world of ladies. And guys, if we really understand that is very important details for them. It's everything to go like very creative. And then because we are direct forward with you, if we want to do something, we want to do it now. But if ladies, they go all around, do you know what?
Searching for details.
Yes. Of course. Please. I would love
example about the dress. Of course, the same thing with your hairstyle. You cannot try many dresses, right? Usually maybe you have only one dress or maybe you have 2, 3 dresses. So you cannot try many kind of dresses. But what you can do, I'm sure all of you have like a practice wear. You can have different skirts, you can have different shape of the dress. You can observe also at home, take a video, whether it's too long or whether it's too short, or whether I need open back or I need to close back. So you can also test and observe. For me, the dress is really, really important. And I can quickly tell my story. I had a beautiful dress, really beautiful dress. And as usual, ladies are so excited to wear the new dress. And we did competition, I can remember many years ago. And I look myself on the mirror and I think, oh wow, this is really beautiful dress. And when I dance, I feel so nice. And I think we did like 2 rounds, maybe 2 or 3 rounds. It was not big competition, luckily. And before the final, we asked somebody to take a video and we watched the video. And then I realized, oh my God, it's not a dress which I want to wear on the final. Why? Because the proportion of the dress, myself, and more important, proportion of the couple, it's not matching. so the balance doesn't look right. So, and you also need to understand that the dress is really, really important for you, and it makes a big role in your dancing, especially on a competition. It can be different color, different design, different style, high fashion, old fashion. There's many, many, many different things which you can try and analyze now. I'm sure you have a video and photos from competition where you can see yourself from the side view. So I better stop for a while.
No, continue. So did you?
Yes, yeah, and of course, finish my story. I watched the video.
I love that.
I watched the video, and then I said, no, I will change my dress for the final.
and like, even I want to tell you, we have a dress. I think it's from. Do you remember, like GSI? We have, like, it's about, what is it? It's about like 3,500 pounds dress, or like three. Yes, it's about, like, I remember it was about 4. And we wear this dress only a few times. And because we realized that this dress was making our couple heavy, and it's still there now, you know, like,
yeah, I
like,
still have it. I really like this
the
dress.
handing and drop. It's like it's a 6,000 stones. It's like amazing dress. Oh my God! But it make our couple so heavy. So, and like proportion is not right, and it was like, whoa.
Yeah, and of course, for example, if I do solo, I will look so good because it looks really nice on me, and I really like the design. But as Mikhail mentioned, the couple balance become not right, and so we need to also think about it when we're choosing the dress.
Yeah, that's why sometimes, like, the couple go with a very simple dress, but it's actually very nice, looks neat, is such a great impact. And it's like, wow, it's you, and you know, like, every dress is so different, and it's like, and then guys, for us as well, when you're wearing the tailcoat, is also, let's say, now is a fashion to go more slim, but another thing why is going slim is very important. It will make you much longer and taller. You will look, because if it's bigger like this, you will look. I mean, if you can see it there, it looks like, oh, it's very wide and big. So and that's why it's become slimmer. And your back on the tailcoat, such an important thing. If you're making somewhere, I don't know where you're making, and become like, whoa, like looking you like this, and the neck if like that, no matter how long you will practice, it will not give you result. Yes? And I think I want to go dive into for example, the third type of the question. Example, how to build, I mean, because I can see the studio owners are here from the few countries. It's very important. You can ask the question, because my dream in Singapore, yes, as well, is to connect the passionate people. I want to build the Singapore champions in the world, in juvenile, in juniors, in a pro-am, in a senior, in amateurs. This is my dream, and we really want to grow and build. For example, let's say if we are founders and directors of Galaxy Dance, and we ask ourselves, let's say, how to build a champion team in Singapore. Yes? Now, I do research because I have my experiences. It can be research, of course, yes. What was work for the past 20 years, what was not. And then I go, how to become best in the world. You go research how to build best team possible. Then you can go and research, like, let's say, the top coaches in the world, not only in the dancing. You can, the coach of Kobe Bryant, because they have a system, Michael Jordan, Mikhail Baryshnikov, like the very famous the belly dancer. You just go in and research how to become the best. What ritual do they have? And then I create a simple answer. In order to create a champion, like world champion team in Singapore, or like any of your country, I need to do exercise. I need to make them accountable. I need to make sure that they know their goals, because if they don't know the goals and they're going because of the parents ask, maybe they're doing just the kids activity, or maybe they're just dancing for fun, or they're really like just to want to hang out. This will be different. So we need to determine who want to be the champion by setting up the goals, and then we need to observe, we need to test, and also put in test. Okay, we created a routine for all of you. Then we make routines, and after these routines, we see, okay, this looks good, this not good. So we do exercise, we do technique, and we play with the goals. Yes? So, and we see it. It means how it works in combination. And then Alessia will give, and then feedback, and I will give. And we will see for the maybe 1 to 3 months, let's see how it works. And if the person really like doing progress, and then okay, this is working, and then we go, okay, let's step back and analyze. Okay, good. Now it's looking good. Now I'm ready. We're gonna go on the Blackpool Dance Festival. Okay, we bring a team, or maybe any other top coach coming to Singapore, and then we say, okay, this coach is very good. Like, why don't you go and try? And then the coach, when we invite like one of the coaches, which was coaches us, we really trust them because they've been there, and they go through and they see, okay, this couple can do very well. You build around this. Now we have so much references from myself, from Alessia, and from a top coaches, which we can. Okay, now this is a course. This is a course. And then another way, it can be you go on a world championship, yes, and then you can see the performance. You can see performance skills. You can see, or any competition, this, that, this, and after this, you okay, this dress looks good, or this dress is not looks good, or this is tailcoat. No, do you know how long I have a tailcoat which is not suits, which will make me dance like that? But I was very disappointed why my result is not going on until we start to make a really good the tailcoat. It actually is not expensive. Yes, so Alessia?
Yeah, you just need to find the simple principle and understand your structure of the lines. For example, if you're talking about tailcoat, about the dress, your costume, guys, need to support your good things in your body, in your couple. If you have very beautiful neck, you need to show it. Don't close it. If you have a beautiful back, you need to show it. Guys, if you have a beautiful line and clean line, you really need to show by tailcoat to create this good looking on the floor.
But you never know if you're not tested. And for many years, it was depends on the teacher. Okay, what like teacher will tell us, and then you go from one, you go in, out, in. Okay, this one is good, this one is no good, this one is too much, this one the hairstyle is too high, this is too low, your dress is no good. But look, guys, if you know what you like, when you see yourself in a video, choose first what you like and build around this, because by our experience since 2006, we're training in Singapore, it's once you like it, you start to do, it's your advantages. It's very different whether you want to do competition because you want to challenge yourself, or you want to express yourself, or you want to listen music, or you want to the flow with the music. If I love to be inspired, the people around me, I will not think, I want to compete. I'm going to build around my inspiration. I will build around my, okay, boom, I will send my energy like to you. I will send my energy and expression to you as much as I can. And then I will feel driven. Even now I'm talking, I have also the goosebumps because I feel the same way. And if you're enjoying what is yours, if you're enjoying, people will enjoy it too. We're all humans.
Guys, please write your questions. So
yeah, I think it's the time. Please write, type any questions. We would love to answer it now, and you can relate to your studio, to your business, to your social level. Please, we're waiting for your the questions.
Yeah, of course. Maybe for now it's for you. Of course, this is our idea. This is our 7 steps for your.
I'm sorry. I just will stop you for a while. It's not only our ideas. This is a system based on we relate to the top, the key player. Yes, It's also Michael Jordan, Michael Phelps, Ronaldo, Barishnikov. I love to study biography, and all of these going through the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So please write a question. We're waiting for your question. We're gonna switch it off, and come on. So I just like, what kind of the question could be? For example, how I can dance at home. When with this situation, COVID-19, how I can dance at home. Or like,
what can I do?
Or what can I do?
What can I do? Any like exercise would be?
Yes, or maybe what kind of exercise should I do while at home? Or like, I mean, how I can progress while like sitting at home. Come on, don't be shy.
What color of nails I want to do for competition?
Oh, I love that. You see, like for example, look at this. How is the matching? I wish I would have the same designer skills like Alessa. So guys, any question? Let me see. Let me scroll.
Just say hi.
I love to tell. Thank you. Okay. The question is: do you suggest the couple to go to the teacher as a couple, or he or she can go by his own? Look, guys, it's amazing question, because you know we used to do, and depends on each other. Do you know how we quarrel? I think that she's wrong, and she thought that I'm wrong. Of course, I want you to go through the teacher together, but if you blame each other, it means there's something not working. I used to, I really want to, I always want to take responsibility by myself. And I remember we have a great coach, her name is Yulia Spisivtseva, many years ago. She asked me to do it. Mikhail, if you're not going to do this plan, I'm not going to teach you. Don't have any more lesson. I remember there was like the top dancers before, and in Russia, and then lately on with Valeria Kovantoni, there was I think top 5. But she's such an amazing coach, and a really coach. And then I remember when I did this exercise, it was completely changed my way of thinking, and we stopped quarreling so much. So I suggest, first of all, you understand how you dance and how you want to dance yourself. Then your partner asks the same question, how she wants to dance. And then we're together, we're connecting, and then after this, like, okay, Alessa, I want to inspire people, but she wants to stay beautiful. And we are together with these goals. You don't have to be together, the same goals. With these goals, we go just, and I tell you, you're going to enjoy your dance. So you go into yourself, of course you have to dance yourself. It's not necessary to go to the coach. First understand how you want to dance. Then you go together with the coach and ask, oh, what if, I mean, this is going to work, this is going to work, or this is going to work. But I do believe if you confidence in yourself, you will be confident together. Okay? So, next question. Okay, are there any YouTube channel you're enjoying watching? Okay, yes, we already have a channel, but we'll prepare and we will send it to you very soon. And then, just a second, what exercise is the best for prepare for rounds? Guys, it's such an amazing question. For prepare for the rounds, of course, you can dance, like usual way of thinking, you can really go and you can dance, then dance together. Or like you dance in the Latin. But if you try to think in this way, first, if you can do it yourself, you can do intensive exercise. For example, for the competition, we have a 1.5 minute. So you do 5 sets. Let's say you go in the gym, sound like the cardio as fast as you can. So you do the weight training is a great. But if you want to train for the rounds, it means you need to train your heart. So it's 1.5 minutes, very intensive. Then 20-second rest, 1.5 minutes, very intensive. And then you take rest. The same thing, you can take lightweight, and you can do lightweight 1.5 minutes. And light, I will not suggest for the hands, but let's say you're doing like some kind of pull-ups. Sorry, not pull-ups. Yeah. For example, core, you do 1.5 intensive, and you train your muscle, and you train your stamina and endurance.
You need to be fast, and of course you can also dance not 1.5 minutes for your practice. You can dance 2 minutes or 2.5 minutes non-stop. So on a competition, you will feel, oh, 1.5 minutes, so fast and easy.
Oh, yeah. Yes. And then afterwards, of course, you connect together. And then once you will be trained yourself, if you prepare, train yourself, you will be ready to train together. It will go much easier. Yes? Otherwise, if we're not fit enough, we will dance with each other, we will pull and push, and it's going to be very, very hard. And step number two, dance around yourself. Really put a hold and dance around yourself. I tell you honestly, and if you record your video and you will go and you will jump and you will see maybe here is down, maybe this is up, you will see the whole difference. Yes? Please have fun. So the next question we have,
many questions.
many questions. Under this system, how long would you spend on each topic, question, experiment that you're exploring? And the point would you know enough that you can move on? How many topics, experiments should people be exploring? Okay, a fantastic question. I want to, it's such a really, really great one. Take one thing and drill it until you're done. Example, if I want to build my food, yes, I will build my exercise, I will do it until, okay, I feel confidence. For example, if you want to change your frame, yes, you change your frame, you look yourself to the mirror, it means you set your, okay, you look, okay, this looks good, and then train it. Train it. Take one thing at a time. Look, when you put the full focus, you go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. You become so good at it. Let's say Richard Gleif, 8-time Formula 1 champion, say we have only 8 type of the step. Forward, forward, side, side, back, back, diagonal, left, diagonal, diagonal, diagonal. If you practice each step, make 100 times, just go 1, 2, 3, 4 every day. It means 800, you become so good at it, your body does not know any way how to do it because you will have so strong muscle memory, it will be such a drive, so, and then it becomes a habit, it's automatic. Once you get muscle memory, it's done. And after this?
Yeah, but as I mentioned earlier, different things takes a different time. Yeah, so for some things you can check it's easier and fast. For some things you need to take some more time and practice and observe and analyze after this.
And let's go back to the 7-step method. You know what to do. You go, you observe yourself. You do it. Very important. Do it yourself. Don't depend on the teacher. Don't wait for the teacher. Please help me. If you don't know what is going on, I mean, you probably after the teacher correct you, you may not understand whether it's correct, and you go back to the previous one. But if you do research yourself, you observe, you analyze, and then after this, you become so confident. You go to the teacher, you change in one click, because your muscle will be ready for it. And experiments, okay. Experiments, do these experiments really, and don't try to get it perfect. Do once, test it up, check with a coach. Do another one, check with a coach. And so if you really want to be accountable, you can check all the time. Okay, coach, could you check, am I doing right? For example, exercise, you can do so much exercise too. If you do exercise, let's say you put weight here and you hold the weight for 1 minute each, let's say 1 kilogram. If you hold every day for let's say 1 minute each, 3 sets every day, in 1 week you will feel like, oh my God, my frame is now, whoa, so strong. This is gonna work 1 week. And then you will become very confident, and you know, oh, now I feel very good. Rather than, okay, am I right or am I wrong? Okay? So, please guys, we have a few more minutes. Okay. Come on, let's ask this question. So, another question who can be, I mean, how I can lead better? Yes, my part. And then, how do I know whether I'm doing the right things? I mean, how will you know? The first thing you could ask, what do I want it? What do I want it? Like, and then afterwards, I mean, how I can find what I want from dancing? And trust me, if you like in dancing to spend time in an environment, to be energized and be with like-minded people, guys, it's one thing. But if you love to be with the music, is another thing. Oh, we have a question. How do you start practice together with Alessia? Do you focus on the technique, like hold your space, shaping before you do the choreograph? Do you always do the same choreography, or usually you compete with the same choreography? Such an amazing question. Alice, do you want to start first?
No, the first question is to you. How you practice together with Alessia?
Okay, so it's such an important question. Look, it's every time you see during the career, you see the thing. Once we realize that we can control of our results, we can control of how we want to dance. Once we realize I want to dance in this way, I don't care what like, oh, you look better. Yes, you can dance like you want and you still have results. Let's say like we did in the World Championship, the show dance. I love it so much. We're representing Singapore. We came 7th in the world, and it's such an amazing experience. I felt energy of this is Imperial Palace in Vienna. It's like, wow. But you see the thing. First of all, I will be confident in myself. First of all, in my physical body. Then I go basic. I go step by step basic and feel confidence. Then we created routine. We're not always dancing the same routine. If you can see our career, we're always changing. And you always find out, we implement figure, or even teachers, top in the world, teach you one figure, but it's not that it's going to work for you. You need to test it, you need to see it. And then you take out, you adjust. You take out, you adjust. Depends on what style, what she want, how she want to look. There are some figures which is not suit us, or not suit her shape, or not suit our the high relationship. Is very important to test it. Again, use the same 7 steps. You test it first. You see, do you like it or not? Are you look slunch or you look beautiful? Do you like the troll away or you like troll away kick? And usually, if you like, it's most likely you will love to do it and you will improve very, very fast. Yes? And the question, yes, we always adjusting, updating, and I think for every student the same. We're not teaching except the group classes the same routine. We're designing every routine for the student need, because everyone is very different. Let's say I would love to be proud of myself every time, and then the lady, she loves to be
beautiful and elegant.
But my job is to present her and be with her.
Yes.
It's very, very different. Yeah. So we need a choreography which suits that style, and of course there is a basic choreography, but you can do different interaction with the head weight. You can do classic. You can do more.
Personality and how you feel inside of you. If you are a powerful person and you want to push and you want to make it more powerful and aggressive style, it can be some sharp actions. But for example, I like to be elegant, so I prefer something nice and elegant and smooth style. Example, they're all different, so you need to find your own field first.
Yes, and I really want to tell you thank you for such an amazing question, because guys, everyone who watch this learn on your experience. Everyone can learn from anyone. And then we have one more question from Ronnie Ho. Is body and eye contact important in a dancing? Guys, depends on what kind of relationship you're in. Yes, you can be, for example, we're husband and wife. For example, my goal when I go on the floor, I express it. I'm such a happy man in the world to bring her around, and I really I feel like I'm the best man in the world when I dance with her. Yes, but let's say if you're friends, you can be more okay. Let's have some energy. It's more like energy. It's not necessary eye contact. Yes, of course. I mean, if you go like this and you start to dance like, you know, it's quite strange looking. But if you say hello to each other, you don't have to be together. You say hello to each other, then place in a hold, present, and then go one time. And the body contact, let's say if the body contact depends on what level you do. Some people like to dance in a social dance, I mean with a distance. Like Latin doesn't have any contact. Or like somebody, let's dance social with this contact. Yes, I'm talking about the body, yeah? Because when you're in contact, you really can create a great energy. So depends on what is your partner. We always highly suggest to have a contact, or like if you don't feel comfortable, just like separate. But even the separation, you can give yourself energy. Look, I can give to her, and she can give to me. I can give to her, she can give to me. So we go in and out, and this is what is make couple special. When, let's say, Ronnie, you do your own way of saying, for example, you like to be, let's say, playful on the floor, yeah, or you like to be more classic, yes, or you like to be more energetic, you know. It's such an important when you combine with your partner, and your partner is also trying to be more elegant or like sexy or more active. Together, if you know this, you can start to play around the floor, and people will love to watch you dance. We have, okay, then we have, alright, whoa, dancing has developed so much over the years of Fijian. Do the more senior but experienced judge keep themselves updated and relevant when they judge? I've seen some of them dancing out of timing and their styles totally lacking compare to competitors these days. Guys, I want to tell you one thing. An educator is very respectful profession, but look, there is a thing like visual effect, yes? Technique is a tool for you to express yourself even more. I'm not doing technique for judge to put mark on me, yeah? I want to do, let's say, once you determine how you want to dance, and then you feel like, okay, now I need a technique to express even more, you will start to dance differently. And if, let's say, a educator, some of them updating, some of them are not updating, but visual effect is still there. And if you love what you do, if you believe in your own product, like let's say you're so much, okay, I'm there, I'm Latin American, I'm expressive, people love it, and you start to build a technique over this, it's going to be very, very interesting. It's going to be very interesting for me to watch. It's going to be very interesting for one of the top judges to watch. If you, rather than you go cha-cha-cha, and then you go 2, 3, cha-cha-cha, just very, very small one. Yes? It's very, very important to understand it. So, it doesn't matter who is judging, who is not, guys. Do what you love to do, and then results will come. Results will come. Just to play around your personality, your character. We have one more question. Henrik asking, how ideas are positioned for lady with different heights? Okay, it's a great question.
Yeah, it's a great question because, look, of course we are all different heights. For example, for us, we are in the same height. So I can't put my arms too high because I will be too tall for him. But in the position where the lady is much shorter than the guy, of course she needs to bring arms higher than the shoulders, and I would say even more stretching to the diagonals. And for the guys, he needs to make it a little bit softer so the couple balance will look again nice and clear. But it's again depends on your height relationship.
I think we can demonstrate, yeah?
Okay,
let's just, for example, okay. Look.
Sit down.
Look, if, let's say we have the same height, we need a proportion. Guy need to be all this, guy need to be all this. Look, guy putting here, ladies putting on the top.
So the ladies always putting the hold on top, so it will be in anyway a little bit higher than the guys.
And then we need to stretch guys more and lady more go lower. it means we adjusting. Let's say if you're the same height, you go, ladies goes a little lower and creating that shape. Because if it will look like this, look, guys, it will not look dominant. Let's say if lady really like short, or like for example, the big difference, or the guys is too tall. So for example, lady need to keep your hands as high as you can in one level with the eyes, so it will create frame. So yeah, if you can lean here.
Lean a little
Yes.
towards the camera.
So yeah, I will be here, and the lady will create a bigger shape, and the guy need to go a little lower. So it's if let's say sometimes the guys go is really short, like you can see some couples doing the guys like this.
Yeah.
So they have a different. So we need to adjust to make more in the combination, more
Yeah,
like
to have a balance. So the
Yes.
balance is everything in the dancing. So we need to be balanced and
Yes.
look right proportion together.
then when you go overseas for competition. Do you pack new gowns to check in, or yes?
So
we
I
have a-
tell you honestly. For example, when we travel and I have a 2 dress with me, so I bring one with me in carry luggage and one I put inside of my check-in luggage. But for example, if I have one dress, before we had very good experience,
Oh, yes.
I used to put my dresses always inside of check-in luggage. But after one accident,
Yeah, it's actually for so many years we have one accident from
only one, yes.
a British Airways, nothing arrived, and we actually like with the airplane closes, and then we have to buy everything. We was buying every socks, everything, shoes,
but
everything.
lucky it was not competition, so we just went to
the training.
UK for the training, and we need to buy our shoes, our practice
Everything,
clothes, like a shirt,
everything.
tie, everything. But can you imagine if you arrive for competition and you have a 0 things with you? From that moment, I always put in my carry luggage dress, tailcoat, shoes, and simple makeup. So this is very important. So better bring with you.
Yes, I mean, and it's very light. And
Yes.
the tailcoat is doesn't make it a few kilograms. Okay, I think we have one more question, and then we'll. Okay, we have from Mr. Chandra. What is your advice if a couple doesn't have an ideal height? For example, man is a little bit shorter than a lady. Guys, if you have a couple who are like this, first of all, look at the advantages. What is the advantage? Let's say if
But for example, in our situation, sorry, he's still higher than me if we measure without the shoes. But because maybe I'm slim and I'm wearing the heels, so many people telling that I'm taller than him.
yes.
And we still can achieve a good proportion. So please continue.
Yes, it's very important. Look at what's the advantage. Yes, if lady flexible enough, so we will create a 3-dimensional shape. What is the advantage of the couple? It means you can take your height and you can really create a 3-dimensional shape, which is make you very wide couple. It's a huge advantage, for the couple. And then if you really create the lines and you create every movement. Not just to go straight and forward. It's not gonna work like more like in like straightforward. You need to create every action through 3 dimensions. Let's say if you dance in natural turn, go 1, 2, 3. It has to be not like forward, back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's you can see it, and if the guy can be always stretching and go more and more. And if you can see, like there is one of WSF couple, fantastic one, dancing in Russia. She is tall like this.
But you can't see it.
But you can't see it. But this is one of my favorite dancers. It's such a touching one. So there is a difference like this. There is it's always the way to dance. Just look at the advantage, build around that advantage, and then support that advantage with the technique. Okay? Okay, I think we have one more question, okay? One more. Oh, guys, I really feel very, very connected with you now.
Okay, what is your advice for types of feathers? Advice, I really personally like the feathers, and now feathers in the fashion and the trend. And I like, for example, if I show you the feathers coming, this is the classical way when the feathers is just coming down. So it's just nice and elegant for everyone it will suit. But also I like, it will be very good if the partner, the lady shorter than the guy, and maybe arms is not so wide, where you put your feathers on your elbows. So it will give you additional volume when you dance. Also it can be sleeves, like triangle with some feathers. It also will look nice and soft when you dance and create additional volume for you. But important for the arms, so your clothes, whether it's feathers or it's fabric, it will be not heavy when you dance. Otherwise your shape will look slow and your movement become heavy.
Yes. So it's
I hope your eye.
This is a great question because sometimes we have to do. We made a new dress and then I let it wear on the competition, and then it's something not enough. And we right after the rounds we decided to create something extra to create additional volume, and it was like boom.
Or opposite, maybe it can be a lot of things and you sometimes just cut it off, and it's just make it nicer and more again balanced together when you dance.
Yes, and then I think let's do the summary a little bit. So it's very, very important, guys. It's such an important for all of us to stay connecting like we're doing with you. Please, continue train your students. You can use Zoom. You can do other like Google the Hangout. You can do anything, and let's continue support each other, because with this kind of interaction, and I really want to say thank you. I can see how many people today I feel that I really feel connected with you, and if I a little bit give you a great idea, and if you can write like in a comment, you just write maybe yes or maybe no. We will feel really, really grateful. And
yes, thank you very much for watching us, and we would love to help you. We would love to give our ideas, our experience, share our things which is working, which is not working for us. So, and maybe you can use it for yourself in your own life, in your dance practice as well.
Yes, so the very quick summary. What is very, very important? Stay active, stay connecting together. Together we have a great power as a species. So please, let's connect, call each other, call your friend. If you find, for example, sometimes you don't feel good, just call a friend from your dance class. You just call and say, okay, let's just talk a little bit, because it's such, we're sitting at home and it's very, very important to stay connected.
Yes.
But the most important thing today is a 7-step methods. If I did this method before, I will be very, very far away in my career. All students will be very, very far away, and we will achieve so many things, a great thing. Number one, if you want to achieve something, ask yourself a question. Number two, research that question. Take a phone, very, very simple, research a question. Number three, from that research, make a sample answer. Don't have to be the perfect, don't overthink, don't analyze. More you test, you will get analysis, you will go through this. Then test it for a while. You can take 1 month, you can take 2 weeks, you can take different kind of, just to see. Let's say for my driving action, you can take 1 or 2 weeks. Then once you observe it. Step number 5. After observation, step back. Let's say 1 month I observe, step back for 1 month and see. This is fantastic method. Draw line, take a piece of paper, draw line in the middle. And they say on the left side everything what was great from these steps. And then on the right side, let's say for you it will be left maybe here, and on another side you wrote something which was not working. And then see thing which is working, add to the next test, and then as a matter of 1 year you will have such an amazing base. You will save a lot of money for the lesson. You will save your stress, because when you know something you will be very, very confident. You will be more know what you want from your dancing. You will be very clear. Oh yes, this is working, this is not. I tell you, you will become expert in your own body. And step number 7, take that experience. If you want to accelerate, bring to the coach and say, okay, this is work, this works, this is my goal. Very, very important when you go to the coach, or make sure that you know what you want for the dancing. You go and you say, okay, I tested this, I would like to look like that. Of course the technique is important, but look, if you do the technique by doing same, it's not gonna work for the long time. But if you're trying to be strong and you want to be more proud, feelings is so important. Feelings important. Once what you want, you go to the coach. I'm sure your coach will be great to help, and then you will have a reason why you want to do the technique. It's very easy. So please do research, do your question. If you have any question, please reach us out. We'll be more than happy, and then you can contact us if you want, like, to build the strong studio, like in any country, or you want to create a goal. Please reach us out. We'll be more than happy. We find a way how to do the classes, and we bring all the classes to the web classes, and it's such an incredible energy, such an incredible thing. You can do it alone. You can do it alone. You can do it together. You can do it with a friend. So you're welcome. You're welcome to we can help you how to set up. We can help you to explain how it's working out. So one more time, thank you for joining our show today, Dancing with M and O, Mikhail and Alessia.
Thank you very much, guys.
Guys, and every week we will bring you, Alessia also preparing you the fashion hairstyle. Anything you want to share?
Of course, ladies, now is the time to learn how we can do our own hairs, how we can create new styles, how we can think about our future dresses, our shoes. We have so many things to share about our latest stuff. So also you can write me messages what you want to ask, and
yes,
we can share.
Yeah, and we can also, you can write us as the message what you want to hear. We're gonna go through every week. Please stay active. We're here for you to answer the questions. Does it sound good? So see you until we meet again. Thank you, everyone, and have a good night. Bye bye.
Bye bye.